You're still here on Newsfile, this your most authoritative news analysis platform. And some people may not be obligated under certain circumstances, but sometimes we feel obligated because we moderate the show and because of what we may also know. So please, when you have to blow the whistle and you want to blow it according to law, the law says if you have to blow the whistle, this is what it says. It says that the disclosure must be made in good faith. The whistleblower has reasonable cause to believe that the information disclosed and an allegation of impropriety contained in it are substantially true, and that the disclosure is made to one or more of the persons or institutions specified under this law. The persons or institutions that are specified under the law do not include going to the press. That's all I can tell you. So be careful if you are miseducated and you go and do something and get into trouble. The people you can blow the whistle to are
press.
Yes, Facebook is press.
Okay.
The people you can blow the whistle to are an employer, your employer. You can blow the whistle to your employer quietly. A police officer, the Attorney General, the Auditor General, a staff of the intelligence agencies, a member of parliament, the Serious Fraud Office, now IOCO, Commission on Human Rights, the National Media Commission, Narcotics Control Board, a chief, head or an elder of your family, head of a recognized religious body, a member of a district assembly, a minister of state, the office of the president, revenue agency, or a district chief executive. Thank you very much. And it also says that if you do it and you do it in bad faith and you are caught, you'll be in trouble. Now, we have to go to Galamsey, and the time is so far spent, but I will have to share with you some of the messages that you have brought in, or we should move on rather, because the time is just run out. Okay, so let me just proceed to the Galamsey matters. So on the part of the Galamsey issues, Senor, you and your group, you are very angry to hear the Interior Minister say that, okay, so before I even say that, information from the security agencies is that they say that, please, the Reverend was first given the opportunity to come quietly. He refused to come. And then says, the NIB is not keeping any police. On this occasion, the IGP was called to assist with the officers. So they are saying that they don't keep police anymore.
So those police officers, why were they not uniformed?
Okay, so
identified?
So, Senor, why are you so livid? The minister says we want to deport them rather than take them through a trial if foreigners are arrested, particularly Chinese. Why are you so?
I didn't know that we have an arrangement with China that when they arrest our people, they send our people back to us, and vice versa. Go and catch somebody in Thailand holding drugs. Or is it Thailand?
Yes.
Those who send you, who should come and kill them. We don't do this. The law, the Mining Act, is very, very clear. And so this is the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, as amended. It says this, that a non-Ghanaian that's three, a non-Ghanaian who undertakes a mining operation or facilitates the participation of any person in mining, contrary to a provision of this act, commits an offense and is liable on a conviction to a fine of not less than 100,000 penalty units and not more than 350,000 penalty units. B, a term of imprisonment of not less than 24 years and not more than 25 years, or both the fine and the imprisonment. Where a non-Ghanaian who is liable on summary conviction under subsection 3 is a person liable to deportation under section 35 of the Immigration Act 2000, Act 573. That non-Ghanaian shall, where sentenced to a term of imprisonment, serve the full sentence before deportation in accordance with subsection 3 of section 37 of Act 573. The law is unambiguous on this particular matter. As a country, we must have dignity, we have to have self-value. What do we mean by trying to say we'll just deport you? Come, loot, and destroy our environment to the extent that you can. If you are caught, it means that if you breach the 11th commandment, which is thou shalt not be caught, and you are caught, you just go back and continue your life, or your government will decide how it wants to deal with you. That's not the rule of law in our country. We must be a government of dignity, a government of responsibility, and also a government of rule of law. So this conduct is just unacceptable. It's rather going to promote.
The prisons are full.
If the prisons are full, what we should do is to reform our laws. We can't be keeping people in prison for stealing chicken and allowing politicians, civil servants, and businessmen who loot millions of the state's money rather walking around. They should go and remove those people. That's how you solve that problem. The seriousness of Galamsey is seemingly getting
They say
lost.
your prisons are congested. Your prisoners are fed on 1 cedi, 80 pesos a day.
Decongest the prisons. You can't be keeping people in jail for stealing goat. In Ghana, when you steal goat, you're a thief. When you steal big money, we call it corruption. We can't continue that way. The seriousness of Galamsey and its impact on the environment and society and the future of our children and children's children is no mean joke. For which reason, we must be optimal about the punitive measures that we put in place to safeguard and deter people from participating in Galamsey. This action will not help us deal with the matter. It is illegal, and I just pray that the minister gets properly advised. We started, I beg you, since it's Galamsey, I know it's my matter, I beg you.
Yeah, but our time.
The NDC, when they were in opposition, I was part of those leading the charge on the Galamsey fight. We called out the president, and for which reason I said the president is practically the former president, probably the worst president we've ever had, because of Galamsey. They joined us. They talked about repealing the LI. They talked about the state of emergency. They've been in office. And I'm just waiting for that 120 days to come to an end. Mr. President, you must live by your word. You cannot speak poetry in opposition and come and act prose when you are president. We expect a lot more from you in this fight. It's not about you, it's not about your tenure, it's about the future of our children and our children's children. And we expect you to hold the bull by the horn and act and deal with this matter decisively. We can't continue this way.
Thank you. Susan.
Well, I mean, I listened in horror to the deputy minister right here. I was like, really? I mean, is he serious?
It's a burden. We can't feed them. We don't even have place for them.
Pardon my this thing, but it's for want of a better word, it's applesauce. I mean, complete applesauce. Look, if the prisons are good for Ghanaians, they are good for any other human beings. Are Ghanaians less? Are they subhuman? If you think your prisons are not good enough for other people, then they are not good enough for Ghanaians. And then we must go and then reform and do some, restructuring, whatever, to our prison service. Look, as long as we are throwing in plantain thieves who are stealing because they are hungry, you understand? There's a corruption that arises out of need and that out of greed. We are letting the one out, like Senor said, the one out of greed, we are letting go. And the one out of need, we are throwing them in jail for years. There are people who stole a bunch of plantain and have been in remand for years, not months or years. You understand? We community service, nothing. We don't do any community service. The small community service, you see them once or twice with their prison service people. Even the prison service people look sad. You understand? Because they have also virtually business with these people.
There's a community service bill. It has actually not been passed yet.
Oh yeah.
And we have MPs going around talking about things that anyway. Okay. But
the opposition only last year said so many things. I never hear you complain about it.
Well, who? Me? Are you talking about?
Yes, I'm talking about you.
Oh, really? Nobody gave me the opportunity to complain about it because I don't know what you're talking about.
Plenty things. James them were in opposition. The kinds of things that they said.
You see, that is not.
So you have an issue with MPs talking about aircraft that have come into our country.
We have issues. We have issues with MPs. Cuts across. You understand? I mean, right now we have issue with our interior minister saying that they are going to deport people when we know that it is against, one, it is against the law, two, it doesn't even make sense. The Chinese ambassador has been known to say that if Chinese people are found to be doing illegal things, chill them.
Exactly.
So who are we trying to please?
On that note, on that note, hold on. This show is brought to you by the candid sponsorship of Bank of Africa, strong as a group and close as a partner, MTN. Everywhere you go. Ashesi University, educating ethical and entrepreneurial leaders for Africa. Robert & Sons Optical Services, your comprehensive eye care service provider for 33 plus years. My Way Insurance. Dial *165# on MTN to join My Way today. DBS Industries, roofing Papa Fie. Flamingo Paints, simply superior. Syntax tanks, it's strong, it's tough. Activa International Insurance. Our clients are passion. And my outfit is by Konati Clothing. You can call them 0244 676732. 0244 676732. Thank you. Yes, I think I should hear Kofi.
Yeah.
We have just like a minute to go.
Yeah, let me make my point.
Is it not fair that the government person,
let me make my point.
they should hear to justify their thing?
The president will not repeal that law. If he will have done it already. There's a whole new set of people doing Galamsey with new equipment. Forget about it. Galamsey is funding politicians and funding big people in this country. He won't repeal it.
He has to.
Okay, yes, what do you say? 1 minute. 1 minute.
The president won't repeal that.
But he's amending it. We have been asking him to repeal rather than amend.
He agreed to repeal it. He must repeal it.
He must repeal
He must repeal it.
That's why he must repeal it.
He said he will remove e-levy. He has removed e-levy.
Speak. It's a minute. It's almost gone.
He said he will take away COVID.
Sorry.
He's not COVID.
Sorry. Let's hear him speak.
kept it. Some Chinese were
When did they take it out? It's there. It's still there.
Under Section 21 of the Immigration Act 2000, which allows for repatriation, especially when the very existence of the people involved in this country is unlawful. Now, there is the issue of evidence. If people are rounded up at Tema and suspected to have engaged in acts of Galamsey, sometimes getting evidence, prosecutable evidence.
Prosecute them. You cannot
evidence.
Prosecute them first.
Hold on. 1 second. Everyone. James, 1 second. Dr. Issa Imoro, Mampusi opinion leader, has sent a message and saying that Susan made certain comments that he feels have maligned untruth and have maligned the Mampusis when she spoke about the fact that Mampusis get starved and then as a result they go to the Kusasi market to scuffle for food, and that this is unfair to them, this is unwarranted, and they want that to be put on record. They actually say that you should retract and apologize for that because that's not correct.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I only say what that, you know, it was a tool of weapon. It's a weapon that is being used by the Kusasis, and if people feel that the other side actually feel that it is not, I have no problems withdrawing.
Thank you very much. James, some 30 seconds.
So to conclude.
Our time is up.
Our
time is up.
When you arrest and you don't have prosecutable evidence, you waste everybody's time and resources.
To send
there is an instance where over 600 people were arrested. It took them so many years to prosecute. You know what something? They ended up convicting only 11. Because they didn't have sufficient evidence. If you round up people,
change the law. And you don't have the law. Imprison them.
Is it not better to repatriate? But that was an ad hoc measure.
Thank you. My guests have been Susan Edua Mankwa, Executive Secretary, National Interest Movement. We earlier spoke to Akamugri Donatus Atanga, who is Upper East Regional Minister. Andrew Ejapa Mesa is former MP, Second D constituency, and former Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. He had been at the Ministry of Energy. Senyor Hosi is Economic Policy Analyst and member, One Ghana Movement, also member of the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey. Kofi Bento, Senior Vice President, Imani Africa. Who is not happy with me today? James Sagalga is Chairman, Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament. Thank you all very much. Have a good afternoon.